Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. We are here with Lucy. This is her third and final week here at Best Paw Forward. She is a part of our puppy school program, and she's been doing a great job with us over the past 3 weeks. We have really enjoyed working with her. She catches on very quickly. So we're going to go through and show you a little bit of what we've been working on with her this week and how she's doing with everything. So, first thing we worked with her on is a little bit of her leash skills. So we are outside across the street in our neighborhood, just working a little bit on leash. Now, when we started with leash, we started inside in a low distraction environment inside our training barn, and gradually started to work our way up in difficulty as she started progressing. So in the beginning, we were walking in the barn, short distances back and forth, only about 20 to 30 feet. We were reinforcing every couple of steps. Now we've gotten to the point again where we're across the street. It's a lot more distracting. It's actually very windy today as well. I'm sure you're able to hear that. So that adds a level of distraction. We're also in the neighborhood that dogs walk through a lot, people walk through a lot. And same thing, when we started in a new environment, what we would do is we would walk back and forth short distances, 20 to 30 feet. As she starts to get better, we can start to increase that distance that we're walking. We can also start to delay that reinforcement a little bit. So instead of reinforcing every couple of steps, we'll be reinforcing every 5 to 7 steps, and then 7 to 10, and so on and so forth, until you are randomly rewarding. Doing very nicely. Right there you can see she's a little bit ahead, but that is perfectly okay as long as she is not pulling. So if she is pulling on that leash, the most important thing is that we are not continuing to walk forward. Right now you can hear there's another dog barking right by. She's barking back because she's not quite sure where that's coming from. So what we're going to do is we're going to put her in a sit, and we're just going to reinforce for quiet and calm behavior. Some of the words we use on leash walks are let's go, to let her know we're moving forward. We use the word stop if she gets too far ahead. We'll have her come back to us before we continue moving. But again, the most important thing is that she is not going to continue to move forward if she is pulling. So you're going to either have her come back and stop, come back to you before continuing forward, or you're going to change direction, turn in the opposite way, walk that way a little bit until you're able to get her attention back on. Then you can turn around and continue in the direction you were originally going. But she's doing an excellent job with this. Again, she doesn't have to be right next to us as long as she's not pulling ahead. We have her on either the left or the right. Does not matter. Just make sure you are picking that at the beginning of your leash walk and sticking with it throughout. We don't want her crisscrossing in front of us. We don't want her crisscrossing behind us, because that can be a little bit of a safety hazard. But she's doing an excellent job. We're going to pause this. We are going to head across the street and show you a little bit more of what she's been working on. Okay, so we are back. We are across the street now in our yard, and we're going to work a little bit on recall. So same thing with recall. We start in low distraction. We started inside our training barn, not much going on. We had her leash on her, and we were only calling her about the length of the leash. As she started to get better with it, we were able to take that leash off. But you want to make sure when you're starting out that she is going to come back to you when you tell her come. Okay, so when she doesn't know that command yet, we want to make sure that behavior is going to happen. So now that she's comfortable with it, we were able to increase that difficulty. We're outside. We're in a high distraction environment. We have a dog barking in the background. You can probably hear. We have the wind blowing. We've got lots of different smells out in the field right there that are blowing over here. And she's doing a great job. She's coming back every time without any leash pressure at all, which is excellent. So we're at the point now we can call her name when her head is up. We want to wait until her head is up in the beginning, just because we want to make sure again that she is focused. There we go.
Yes, good girl.
And a lot of times when their head is down, especially in the beginning, their ears are turned off. So as she starts to get better, we'll be able to start calling her with her nose down. But she's able to come back. We want her to sit or go into a down when she comes back to us to prevent that jumping up behavior. Now, in the beginning, Lucy did a lot of jumping, and now she has gotten better throughout the time with us. She is not jumping up nearly as much. So there, she's sniffing around like she might actually have to go to the bathroom. She's very caught on the smell there. There we go. Good. And again, making sure she goes into that sit or that down. So we call her name when her head is up. When she looks at us, we tell her to come. When she gets to us, we ask for that sit. Good. Very nice. So she's doing really well with this. We are going to pause this, show you a little bit of her meet and greet. Okay, so another thing that we worked on this week is meet and greet. So making sure that she is able to appropriately say hi. She is a very sweet girl. She really likes attention from people. But we want to make sure that she is able to say hi to people without jumping up, without mouthing. Okay, so we have two different ways that we work on this. One thing I want to note, we want to make sure we're never forcing our dog to go up and say hi to someone if they don't feel comfortable doing so. Again, she is a very sweet girl and does tend to want to say hi, but that is something good to know. Okay, so first way is having her in a sit or a down as your greeter approaches. If she goes to pop up, what I'm going to do is turn away from her. Okay, I'm not going to continue to move forward to go say hi until she goes back into that position. Then I can turn back around and continue. Okay, once I get a couple feet in front of them, Victoria is going to tell her to go say hi. And as long as she is able to do so appropriately, I can bend down and pet her for a couple of times. We're going to keep that energy low in the beginning when we're practicing this. As she starts to get better, you can start to up that level of energy. Now, second way is having her walk up to that guest or that greeter on leash. We want to make sure she's not pulling ahead, she's not barking, or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to show you both of those ways real quick. Lucy, stay. So Victoria asked her to stay as I approach. Once I get a couple feet in front, she can greet very high to go say hi. I can give her a couple of pets. Now, something important that Victoria just did is she actually walked her away before I removed my hands. And the reason for that is a dog who really likes attention and pets from people will tend to turn when that attention stops and go to jump up. So that's why Victoria is walking her away prior. Okay? Stay. Say hi. Say hi a couple of times, and again, let's go. She's telling her let's go, and she's walking her away. So very nice. The next way is having Victoria walk up to me. Go say hi. She's using that food in the beginning as a lure to kind of lure her into place so I can bend down, pet her side a couple of times, and then she can walk her away. I can show you that one more time. I can give her a couple of pets, and then we walk her away. So that is exactly what you want to see with meet and greet. Making sure it's appropriate, no jumping, doing a great job with that. One other thing we worked on with her this week is basics in distracting environments. She did an excellent job with that. So we worked her around some dogs. When you start off, you want to make sure you're starting off at a distance. She can be a little bit fearful of new things, so you want to make sure you have that distance to get away if she is a little bit anxious. But she's doing an excellent job. She's made a lot of progress over the past 3 weeks. You guys have any questions on this, let us know, and we will see you next time.